Okay, right now I'm doing a test on the optic plate system on the Waltz 9. So what I have here is a Holosun 507C that we busted the glass out of, attempting this test previously. I'm going to drop the pistol on this optic here. I'm going to take this optic off. I'm going to mount this 507 comp. So we are adding in the variable of taking the optic itself on and off of the plate, but the plate is staying attached and torqued down to the pistol. So what we're testing is whether or not we're going to get any zero shift in the plate itself. Because if we keep busting optics, then that doesn't do anything to tell us whether or not the gun's holding zero. So separately from whether or not the optic breaks and loses zero, we'll see if the plate itself is going to maintain zero. So I'm already shot my zero group down there at 25 yards. Going to go ahead and drop it on this, take this optic off, mount this one, shoot another group, and go from there. So gun's clear. Shoulder height onto the brick. Oh, that landed right on the ass end of the gun. Nice hit there on the back. I don't know how good that's showing up. So we'll take this off and check zero. Okay, so this is the zero group that was shot with the 507 comp. We removed that, mounted the 507C, dropped the pistol, took the 507C off, remounted the 507 comp, and here we are. So we have the variation of both the drop and of taking the 507 comp on and off, remounting it, and zero so far is still maintained. So now we'll take the comp off, put the C back on, drop it, remount the comp, and go again. Okay, got the broken 507C back on. This is drop number 2. Try and land it on the optic this time. Well, that time we landed right on the muzzle. It's too dark in here to see, but pretty good muzzle strike there, you can see. All right, drop 2. Okay, second drop. Second group after the drop. See, basically we're essentially maintained at this point. There is a little bit of variation that you get from taking the optic on and off. We tested that a little bit before doing any of the drops. And I saw about a ½ inch of left to right variation in the optic itself of taking it on and off. So we're obviously still well within that. I mean, essentially I think we're still zeroed without any shift. So now we'll do drop 3. All right, this is drop 3. I'll do my very best to land it on the plate this time. Okay, another really solid hit on the back of the plate there. Okay, drop 3, down here, edge, couple in the white, back to drop 2, edge, couple in the white, center, couple in the white, original 0, edge, couple in the white. So pretty much still maintained, especially if you look at a 10-shot group average, and also still very much within the margin of error for actually taking the optic itself on and off the plate. So on to drop 4. Okay, final drop. I'm going to do this one all in one video just so that nobody can try and say there was any video shenanigans. So we'll drop this. I'll turn the camera around, swap optics, shoot the group on camera, walk down and see it. So this is the last drop. Shoulder height. Another good muzzle hit. You can see how beat up all it is. Okay, so optic off, new optic on. And I'm using this feeler gauge here to try and take out as much of the play in the optic mount as possible to try and minimize that shift that we get from the actual mounting of the optic itself to the plate. Because what we're trying to do is see the actual plate if the plate itself is holding 0 to the pistol. So obviously taking the optic on and off, we're introducing another variable here. So try and minimize that. This is the torque wrench that the pistols are shipped with, will be shipped with. Okay. We're shooting 40 custom 124 grain XTPs. Try and do my part here. Clear. Let's go have a look. Definitely shot that last group a little too fast because it opened up. All right, so overall we have at its maximum a 1/4 inch maybe of shift to the left from the original 0 group shot. None in the black this very last time. But again, that could be optic mounting. So the plate itself, and this is 25 yards, so still printing easily within where it needs to be, especially if you drop your gun 4 times on concrete. So probably don't do that in the first place, but if you do, it should hold 0 for you. Went ahead and threw 5 more shots at this group just to see what the pattern was going to look like, and you can see they're all right exactly in there with the first 5 shot group. So that's a 10 shot group at about probably 1.5 inches. So pretty good.